styles, I'm hard to please. We don't care, we bounce on clouds, sing off key, and we're still too loud. Biscuit drops, the place explodes. Jumping through life in my pantyhose. Still no job, but I'm Hey ladies, oh, where you hot, you hot.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Up next, it's our main event between the Philadelphia Eagles and these guys defending their home turf. The moment these NFC teams have waited for all season long. We're away in Wild Card Weekend. Wilson with a return here. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Right to the air with May. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. If they don't close quickly, he can take it to the house.
1st and 10 from the 43. Operating from the gun, here's May. Free inside the 30. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And they're going to have a 1st down now.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30.
Crazy.
Here's May on 1st and 10. Pulled in by his back. Cook. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal. Well, you love when you can go from 1st down to 1st down, Brock. Makes things easy for an offense, and it is the primary reason that he gets the looks that he does.
Every touch he gets has a solid chance of working out just like that, and it's why many of these first quarter looks have his name all over them.
Hey, trips left nasty.
Cook has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2. Offense in the hurry up here.
A pickup of 2.
Cook again. And this time he's going to score. Touchdown, San Juan. The Blues take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. It's a James Cook touchdown. No doubt about it, Brock. They are trying to take him out of this game from the start. And a touchdown on the opening drive, that's a good way to do it.
Yeah, this is one of those situations, Kay, where you and I up here in this booth, we can hear it and we can feel it. This crowd senses an opportunity to dig those opponents an early hole that before long might become the grave their season rests in if they don't respond.
Ooh. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Jones. And he takes the return out of bounds. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, run!
Lawrence going to throw straight away here. Gets it to Juwan Johnson. Continuing to move past the 45. Big man's showing up the yards. And he has it down near the red zone, just outside the 20.
Kate, that play's so indicative of why tight ends in this league have become just an X factor. Right, they're big, they can block at the line of scrimmage, but the elite guys, they've got that speed, and they can take something short and make a difference with it down the field.
And he gets it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles finish off their opening drive. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. And the kick is no good. The snap was off the mark, and that leads to a miss hit on the point after. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. Wilson with the return here. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
At their own 23-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Hey, here we go, son. Hey, what's crazy. No fucking in here, man. Here.
Going play action, May. He fires one deep down the right sideline. Big gain downfield. And he will take this down near the opposing 35-yard line. And get an even 40 out of that one. And that's going to bring up 1st down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Has him on a quick hitter. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Now the shotgun give to Cook. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Goal to go.
Breaking the huddle, here's 1st and goal.
Crazy. What's up? Hey, what's up?
Working inside the red zone. He brings it in. And that play is brought to a halt, so they're going to say at the 5-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Brings up 2nd.
May now from the gun. And he sails that one over the end zone. So first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He had been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it. Right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what would you call a first mistake throwing the ball. And they still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
Running out of chances. Here's 3rd and goal.
Hey, what's up?
Again, it's May. And they take this in for the score. The Blues take a 7-point lead in the first. Drake made the touchdown.
Okay, we talked to enough coaches over the years, and find me a good red zone offense, and typically you'll find me a good creative quarterback, one that can stand to play, use his legs as effectively as he can his arm.
So up comes May and his offense, going for two.
The offense will line up for a 2-point.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he gets in for two. They're going to go up by 2 scores off of that play. They get the 2 out of it, partner. Nicely done, but into double coverage. Felt like they kind of got away with one man.
That is a quarterback's best friend. I can't tell you how many times your players, your teammates, your offensive skill guys around you come back to huddle. Just say, give me a chance. Please, just give me a chance. Show it up. I'll make you look good. He did right there.
Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10.
Hey, Lion. Hey, Soko, hot.
Lawrence, a quick throw out wide. There's the intensity we expect in the playoffs. The defense going big play hunting, and they get him behind the line.
A good RPO play, it takes a lot of time. Proper decision-making from a calm, cool, collected offense. Well, that one didn't have any of it.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
All right. Here we go.
Now Lawrence. Another one here to London. And he's going to be brought down right at the 35. Offense up to the line fast.
Eagles, first down.
Lawrence with it on 1st. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield.
14 more yards. That's another Eagles first down.
Back to the air, Lawrence. That's caught. Here's Quinshawn Judkins. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line.
4 yards. That's another Eagles first down. It's a gain of 10.
1 quarter gone in our opening round game of the NFC postseason. The scoreboard reads 15-6. Back with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Eagles have the football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Handoff now to Judkins. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. That's caught for the 1st. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. He goes to the hurry up here.
16 yards. And the Eagles first down.
1st down throw, Lawrence. Buying some time right. Now he takes it. And he will slide down just a little bit shy getting that 1st down. But better to avoid the hit. Smart play there. That's going to set up 2nd and 1 at most.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. That's a short gain of 1. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia 1st down.
Hey, I know the temptation is there. If I'm thinking it in the booth, I know that play caller is too. That could have been a chance to be aggressive. Not the case. Go get the first down like they did, and a new set of downs to work with.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Hey, easy. Here we go.
On play action now, Lawrence. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone, incomplete.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB, over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles cut the lead to just a field goal. Patterson on for the extra point. And this one, thankfully, not off the mark. He gets it to go.
Blues 15, Eagles 13.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. This return starts at the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
From the gun, it's May. Hits his running back. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
You just got to love that angle, right? It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the first down.
Straight ahead, here's Cook. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
To throw, here's May. Finds him over the middle. He's off to the races. And that is a touchdown. The Blues push this to an 8-point game. McPherson at the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Blues push the lead to 2 scores now.
22, Eagles 13.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Jones. And he'll be just shy of getting to at least the 20. Bit of a short return as he's out at the 19. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. Ooh, this is going to be a false start on the offense here. One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Completed over the middle. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. Give them 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets them a 1st down.
And an Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Lawrence to throw it. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 32 after the incompletion. Into traffic, complete! And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They get 19 on that pickup. And that's good for an Eagles first down. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
Rip, 23, 13, turn, this is hot.
Off the play action, it's Lawrence. Buying some time left. Looking right, and he finds him. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
As soon as he starts to escape, Kate, you can almost see that gunslinger mentality come to life. It takes really perfect defense to hold up and keep him from finding something. Go get that first down. They couldn't do it right there.
Here's Judkins on second down. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Manages a gain of 3 there. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
Eagles, first and 10 at the 36.
Lawrence working from the gun. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So that brings up second down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
11. Here we go, sir.
Lawrence trying again on second. By his running back, Judkins. Running in the red zone. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be first and goal. Timeout taken by the defense. They're second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
First down. First and goal, Philadelphia.
Defense still reeling from that last play. Now they're defending first and goal from the 3. Judkins has the Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles make it a 1-score game before halftime.
Touchdown, Eagles.
Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20.
First down and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line.
Here we go, sit up. Good. Eddie, what's up? Crazy. 5.
First down, May. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So it'll be second down.
Kate, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss, whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Back to the air, it's May. Escapes the pocket. And they don't connect looking deep there, but this play's not quite over yet. There's a flag on the field. Offense tagged for the penalty there as they walk off the distance. Second down out the window. They're backed up here for third down.
Crazy. 5. Crazy.
Third and long for him here. They connect on the deep shot. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. Now the offense going to take its third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Hey, what's up? Torpedo.
He's checking crack.
Crazy. Five. Crazy.
First down throw for May. Forced out to his right. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left. That one was intended for Travis Hunter. And now they face second down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Hey, what's up? Hey, Garfield. Hey, watch him right here. Go. Crazy.
So without a timeout to call, this winds up as a delay. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. So that delay backs him up 5. Now 2nd and 15 to go.
Crazy. Hey, what's up? Crazy. Five.
One final shot before the half. He's looking deep once again. Couple defenders there, and they're going to intercept it. Keytrell Clark picks it. And the Eagles do not get the return all the way back. That's going to bring us to the end of our first half. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment.
Evan McPherson set to kick off.
All right, Brock, that was enough of a break. Back to playoff football as the second half of our wild card game gets underway. Deontay Hardy to return. And he's out of bounds, approaching the 25, couple yards short at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's Judkins to begin the drive. And he's going to be stopped after reaching up to the 33. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
First down, and they go right back to it. The stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. A gain of 15 there, and that's good for an Eagles first down.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go, first down. Now Lawrence on the play fake. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Has a hole left, room to run. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles take the lead right away in half number 2.
And that right there is why you continue to feed a running back. Definitely the most we've seen him do with any touch this game. And that is exactly what the doctor ordered.
complete. And he's into the end zone. That play adds a couple more to their lead.
Blues 22.
The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
All set to go now from the 35.
Crazy. Crazy. Hey, what's up?
May on 1st and 10. This is Brown, and he's got it downfield. And he's hauled out of bounds as he takes this down to the 30. 35 on the pickup. And that means first down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Crazy.
Made a throw it. And he can't escape this. The Eagles take him down. Working quickly here.
A 9-yard loss. It's now 2nd and 19 at the Eagles' 39-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Here's May. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a third down.
Well, even the toughest in the league to catch could still be caught at times. It just takes a defense that's determined and relentless. And the real big key, when you get that split second, you got to take advantage of that opportunity. Defense just did.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there are going to be more interceptions.
Fourth and forever coming up.
Crazy. What's up? Crazy. Hey, what's up? Crazy. Here we go, boys. Five.
Back to throw it. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Eagles will take the interception back across midfield before they finally track him down. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback.
He gets it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Drake London with the touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this two-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. Here's a return from the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Back to work after throwing the pick. Completed to his running back. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that'll set him up with a fresh set of downs.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here's May on 1st and 10. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
May trying again here on second. He connects with the rookie from LSU. This is going to be down to, it looks like about the opposing 36 for their next snap. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. To the air on first down, May. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Second and 10. Here's May. Sends this to the end zone. This one is knocked away. A potential touchdown prevented. And now the offense has to make the long walk back to the line for third down. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. May now on third down. He's going to try another deep one here. Got his man. Thomas has it. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that requires a...
And the catch is made for the touchdown. The Blues shrinking the lead some in the third. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. McPherson at the point after.
McPherson for the extra point.
The point after splits the uprights. And the Blues cut the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Blues 29.
Just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. On the return, here's Jones. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Philadelphia settled and ready. It's first and 10. Shotgun handoff here for Dunkins. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Need a better result than that last run. It's second and 8. It's a design boot. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Got to cling to that lead and find a way to convert this third down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
Throwing is Lawrence on third down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Tendencies tend to show themselves, Kate, and really come to life on third downs. Right? They want to go to their best receiver. Defense knows it. They know that tendency. They double it, and they make the play.
He'll get it at the 9. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20.
At their own 17-yard 6-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. May now from the gun. As a man, that's Cortland Sutton. And they're going to bring him down after his play rips off quite a chunk of yardage there, up to the 30.
That's good for a San Juan 1st down. 1st and 10.
Cook trying this one up the gut. Has some daylight through the 40. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. How about a big hitter, 34 yards there and a new set of downs. Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play.
At the 36-yard line.
Now here he goes on the boot. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
That's another San Juan 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 26.
On the gun, it's May. He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Crazy.
Another throw here on 2nd down. A throw left side, caught by Brown. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. We're down to 1 quarter before we determine our wild card winner. It'll be their football and their playoff future in jeopardy as they trail. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. This is Cook on the handoff. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Looking quickly here.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and...
Here's May to the air. From the pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And it'll be 3rd down coming up after this defense's 3rd sack of the game.
It's now 3rd down.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
3rd down, Eagles opting to go with a dime here.
Crazy. Hey, what's up? 5. Crazy.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And Charbonnet underneath. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Crazy. Here goes tonight. Hey, what's up?
Here he goes. Gotta have this on 4th down. And cut in the end zone for the touchdown. The Blues now trailed by just a point in the 4th. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. On the return, here's Jones. And he breaks the 20 on the return, but only just. That is one up to the 21 and out of bounds. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10.
Hey, we're up. Take right open. Open.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete. I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Looking to throw. This connects with Schultz. And he has him right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
He is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. They gain 11 on that play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. Buys time, rolling right. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
Kate, as soon as this quarterback broke containment, I know your eyes and my eyes went the same place. Can you find a big play down the field? Unfortunately, there was not one to be had.
From the 40, here comes 2nd and 10.
Hey, let's go.
Now Lawrence. Dumping this one off to Judkins. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. So 20 yards on that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down. From the gun, Judkins. And he doesn't get this one very far. Down to only about the 18. So a timeout comes in. Looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. He's got it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles take a fourth-quarter lead. Patterson on for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. Return starts at the 9. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Crazy. Crazy. Here goes crazy. Hey, what's that?
To throw, here's May. The left side cut by Andrews. And he crosses the sideline a yard or two beyond, looks like the 30.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
Crazy.
Operating from the gun, here's May. Completed left side to Thomas. And he's going to be hauled down on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. 2 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning for them to use, Brock. Here's 1st and 10.
Crazy.
May to throw it. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Kate, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Back to the air. It's May. Gets this one to Andrews. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. To the air yet again, May. Short pass brought in. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. 5 still to go here. This is second down.
29-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
He'll look to throw it. Trying to push deep downfield. Really pushing the envelope on second down, but the deep shot doesn't work. Quite the drive they've had, Brock, but they're up against it. 3rd and 5 now.
Crazy. Five.
Throwing now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. And that offense isn't budging. They're going for it.
Crazy.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Pass caught. It's Hunter. Touchdown. The Blues cut it to a point late in this one. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean into his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
He's going to field this at the 2. He goes out of bounds on the return.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia 1st down. Here he is to throw. He rolls to his right. To the right side and reeled in by London. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket. It really does become, well, the schoolyard. And you got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Setting up to pass. Get some space around midfield. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
He surges ahead for 5. Make it 2nd down. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line.
That's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Lawrence to throw it. Chased out to his right. Taking a chance to the end zone. Oh my goodness, it's intercepted! Denzel Ward makes the play. And the Blues will be set up at the 20-yard line following that interception.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. From the gun, it's May. Lasers this one deep down the middle. And the downfield call is going to go unanswered. Defender saw to that. That incompletion means it's 2nd down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
Crazy. Crazy.
2nd and 10. Here's May. He's trying to go deep again. This won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Great job. Great. Yep, 45. Here we go. Hey, let's punch it in here, baby. Hey, 5. Crazy.
Looking to throw it. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
And that'll hit and get out of bounds. Left some meat on the bone with that one.
At their own 38-yard line.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. 1st and 10.
Hey, go. This is hot. 13, move.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play.
That was a situation where I think the previous drive, really affected decision-making there. Coming off a pick, he wasn't about to challenge the coverage. Instead, well, he just took his medicine.
After the sack, could really use a big play here on 2nd down. It's 2nd and 15.
Go, let's go. Bam, gun. Big 13, heavy.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. This is a heater going deep. He's got it at the 30. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. Man, this has been such a great game. Nobody is ready for it to end just yet. After 4 quarters, we're headed to overtime. So overtime in the playoffs, Brock, no longer an oddity compared to our first 18 weeks. It's all going to work the same now. Both teams guaranteed a shot with the football regardless of who wins the opening toss. And if we're tied after those 2 drives, it is next score wins. It has been a heavyweight fight to begin these playoffs. And we're not done yet. The kick is away, and overtime has begun. He fields it from the 8. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Now it's Cook. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. He's at the 30. Gets the 10. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown. The Blues take the lead on the first play of the drive. It's a James Cook touchdown. The extra point is good, and that's a big one. Now their defense just has to defend a 7-point lead here in overtime.
Eagles 43. Set to kick off.
The whole season comes down to how they answered on this drive. All right, here we go. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. 1st and 10.
Hey, here we go.
On the give, here's Judkins. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind. And it's not just your quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who kind of have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
They need a touchdown first, and then it'll come down to a decision and may extend their season. First, though, second down. Lawrence working from the gun. Got a lot behind this one. Downfield it goes. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's third down.
With how hard it is to get an open look downfield, can't let the coverage off the hook with the drop. Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his hands.
Take right open, open.
Third and long for him here. Headed out right. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. That one intended for Drake London. And now they're staring at fourth and long.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on third down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Going on fourth, here's Lawrence. Called in by Myers. And I don't think he got to the marker. Looked a little short, and yep, indeed, he's marked short. This is a turnover on downs. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with a win. Well, I don't know if you're going to agree with me here, former quarterback, but I think it is always beautiful when we get the opportunity to see this. Rather than points deciding this ball game, a defensive stop seals the deal in overtime.
Believe it or not, Kate, I am totally with you on this one. You know why? Because it shows the importance of having a unit you could trust really on both sides of the line of scrimmage. Be the better team. Their offense did their part, and they got to compliment them by ending this game defensively. That is one they will all remember.
So for my partner Brock Hewitt and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Blues as we say adios from San Juan.